Hi guys, welcome to the Oasis Healing Temple. My name is Brandi. For today's reading, we're just going to leave it open and see what messages want to come through for you at this time. So you're going to just use your intuition to choose from the 3 piles to see which message wants to come through. You may be drawn to more than one pile. That's fine. Just know that all the messages that do come through, take what resonates for you and lovingly leave the rest. All right, for pile number 1, we have the green chrysoprase, and that is with the Sun card. Pile number 2, we have the Angelite crystal, and that is with the Spring card. For pile number 3, we have red jasper, and that is with the Mystical Sister card. So the timestamps will be listed in the description box below, and I'll see you all at your readings. Welcome to your reading, pile number 1. So y'all are drawn to the Sun card with the chrysoprase crystal. So in this reading, I feel like there's going to be something to do with a heart activation. Something's going to be activating for you. Something you're about to receive coming through as well. This could be an opportunity that comes in. Something is initiating. Yeah, and I feel like this is a card number 1 here with the Sun card. All right, let's take a look at your other. Let's put this together. Feel an activation for you. Let's double check. Review house that right there. Let's see, we have observe. Loving eyes, see all equanimity, see the truth, and step back. Okay. We have the dove of peace. Look at these 2 birds. Stay in the heart, all is well, be at peace. All right, so I feel like with you guys, and see the hearts, we have these 2 hearts that are being, they're like amplifying, okay? So I feel like you're getting a heart activation. You're being asked right now to remain in the moment. The ladder sticking out here. You're ascending, you're moving forward. This could be, I feel like the upper chakras are coming through. We have the throat chakra, the heart, the throat, the third eye with the owl and observe, and the crown chakra with the peace dove here. Yeah, and there's like this crown activation as well. And look, we have these musical notes, so there's an activation of a new frequency. Golden timeline I'm seeing as well. DNA activation. We have these weavings of the thread coming through as well. Heart and soul. Mind and heart activation here. Ooh. And you're being asked to just observe. Observe what's going on in the world, even though things around you may seem to be a little bit chaotic. Maybe there's a lot of noise around you and a lot of noise in the world, and right now there definitely is. And you're being guided to right now to just remain centered in your heart. Be observant. Don't be don't lend your energy to any of the fear, to any of the debating or the need to be right or active in the chaos, right? It's staying within your heart center, staying in a place of maintaining a peaceful vibration, holding that center, holding your focus. Just observe and allow things to fall away, and allow things that need to be seen come to the surface, right? There may be something that is coming to the surface from you. Some of you may be having old memories of the past coming up, old situations, old people. Just observe them from your heart and allow them to move through you. Allow yourself to just observe what is coming up without having to hold on to it. Just allow the energies to flow. See them from a more peaceful perspective, a more loving perspective. Understand that we're always learning, we're always growing, and we're learning lessons through our experience, okay? Let me see, numbers. We have number 6. Well, number 1, I mentioned earlier, a new beginning, a new cycle, an activation of sorts. This can also be a manifestation as well. And we have a number 6 coming through with creating that nurturing environment, you know, while you're being asked to observe. Make sure that you are holding and grounding into your safe space. And we have number 10, nice. So a cycle of something is completing, something is ending while something is beginning. All right, let's see what else we have. We have rebuild and balance relationships. If the scales are tipped, it's time to restore balance. Step forward and create harmony in your relationships. Okay, so let's look at the other one. Let go of what could have been. Grief often hides in the story of what didn't happen. Release the almost and return to the now. Okay, so I did feel that and mention something about that. There may be some emotions that come up to the surface, some things for you to process, things for you to observe. And you're being asked to restore balance to the heart, especially within relationships. So your relationship with yourself and your relationship with those that may have fallen away, people that maybe you've lost someone. That can even be you've lost them, you know, maybe they've transitioned on into, you know, another life, or perhaps they have left your life altogether, you know. I feel like your guides are telling you to let go of what didn't work out, and moving forward because of those relationships, you know what a healthier relationship will look like, or you'll know moving forward what reciprocity looks like. You'll know how to love yourself better and not to tolerate less than what you deserve, right? You're no longer holding on to the potential of where somebody could live from and act on, but they're not living that life. It's almost like you can see their higher self. You can see through your heart, you see the potential, you see where they could be if they chose to act on their highest potential. If they act from a healed heart or more sense of self-awareness. But in this timeline where they're at right now, they have a lot of work to do, and they haven't even begun almost. You know, I'm not saying that people aren't doing the work. I don't know unless we look at the cards forward, but it feels like one person's been doing the work and the other person has just kind of just been floating around, and it feels like you're doing most of the labor and the other person's just there for, you know, the reward. Take what applies for you guys here, and that's just what's coming through with these cards. As far as the release the almost here, almost but not quite, like this person isn't the one, you know, this isn't the one meant for you. So if there's somebody in your life that you're still trying to force into a you know, to be that person, and they're not stepping up to meet you there, you know, it's time to go ahead and cut your losses and to move on and allow yourself to find that balance, to create balance within a relationship, and know that you're worthy and deserving of having somebody in your life who's willing to put in the effort and the work in the relationship. All relationships are meant to be balanced. You know, we're not meant to give more than we receive. And there's moments where we give out of the kindness of our heart to help our fellow brother or sister out, but not to continually do the work for them while they just stand idly by and watch you do it, you know? It's that, what's the old saying, you know, you can teach a man to fish, you can catch, I don't know what it is, you guys, but it's pretty much teaching them to fish for themselves, and that will teach them how to provide for themselves, how to do the work on their own versus you doing the work for them, you just catching the fish and giving it to them. They need to learn how to do it for themselves and not have you constantly there showing them how to do it, telling them how to do it, you know. You can tell them how to treat you, but you can't constantly give them passes and give them excuses why they were doing this was because of this and this and this, you know, especially when you've already had conversations, and this person should be mindful of the way they make you feel, you know. So I feel like you're being asked to observe the actions within the relationship versus listening to the words or the excuses that are coming out of their mouths, you know. What are their actions showing you? Are they stepping up when you may be falling behind? Are they thinking about ways to, you know, comfort you when you are in a place of fear or in a place of worry and anxiety or just emotional upset because of something from the past? Are they showing up for you in those emotional ways, you know? What kind of partner are you looking for? And if your partner, you know, after communicating your needs to them isn't stepping up to meet you there, then it's time to go ahead and say, all right, I can't force you to love me the way that I need. So I need to find somebody who's willing to meet me there, to have that balance restored, okay? We have the moon. Take note of intuitive messages. Okay, so look, you have the sun and the moon. Again, we have the balance coming through here. Looking for that balance, following your intuition, observing this individual, this person. You have animal guardian, trust your instincts coming through again. You have the spring card. Some of you may be drawn. There may be a message for you in pile number 2, because we have the spring card coming through here. Planting seeds, preparing, putting in the work. Yeah, a lot of growth. And also learning to love yourself, learning what you need in the relationship and communicating your needs to your partner, and watching and observing to see if your partner is validating them, understanding them, and then stepping up to prove to you that yes, this is what you are something and someone I value in my life and want to keep you in my life. And so I'm going to step up and I'm going to put in the work to keep this strong foundation together, making sure that you communicate, that you express yourself, whatever your partner needs, and also asking them what is, you know, and this used to be something I used to do with my partner. You know, if you could change something in the relationship, what would you change? Or do you feel like there's something that you need that you're not receiving? You know, is there anything that I can do? Or, you know, is there something you need to talk to me about that you are afraid to speak on, you know, because you don't want to hurt my feelings or something? It's being open to having those discussions and it not coming from a place of like attacking and, you know, criticizing. It's being able to look at each other's hearts and see where you're coming from and what you need from a partner that you're wanting to build a life with, you know, and then growing from that space and growing the love that you have for one another. Truth and expression. Thank you. Confirmation to express your truth. And your partner, if this is the right person for you, they're going to want to step up. They're going to want to meet you there. They don't want you not feeling like your needs aren't being met or that they're falling short of being the partner that you need in your life, you know. But you also don't want to be coming from a place of denial, denying that what you already know is the truth, you know. And listen to your heart, listen to your instincts. They're all telling you this is not the right person, or this is the right person. This is somebody I want to put work into, you know, because I see them trying, I see them stepping up. Or are we making excuses? Well, they do it for a couple weeks, but then they fall right back into their old selves, you know what I mean? Like they can only maintain that that relationship, that effort for a short amount of time, because really it's not their truth and they don't really want to do it. They don't really want to change. They're just doing it to kind of keep your mouth shut so that you'll continue tolerating their BS. You know what I mean? As long as you're willing to put up with it, they're going to continue to do it. Like they can't maintain the shift, which is sad because it's really, they're not living their truth. They're just doing something to, you know, it's like slapping the Band-Aid on it and not really getting to the truth of the matter, not really getting to the real change, the real growth, you know what I mean? So it's time to just see the truth and not necessarily the heart all the time, you know? There's a difference in like having compassion and understanding versus being a doormat. We have acceptance. All right, I hate these when they write them on these pale colors. It says, see yourself and others through the eyes of the angels with unconditional love and acceptance. In this way, new, inspiring, and uplifting. In this way, you aspire. No, sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm butchering this one. All right. In this way, you inspire and lift everyone to their highest potential. All right, let's see the other one. We have Cupid. We send great waves of love into your heart and mind, awakening your love for life itself. Your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance has triggered this reawakening. Allow yourself and to spontaneously cultivate love in all of its glorious aspects. Okay. All right, so with these two cards coming through and the word acceptance, it's coming to that place of accepting what is, what could have been, and realizing that it's just not, you know? And when you let go of what isn't working, who isn't working, and seeing the truth of the situation, the truth of the relationship, you're growing, you're ascending, you're rising up the ladder, and you're setting the bar for what you actually want, for the type of love that you're looking for. And so by releasing, you know, instead of settling for crumbs, you know, you're wanting like the full sandwich. You're wanting, you know, more, and you deserve more. And when you set that bar, your standards higher, you're going to receive somebody. We have the Cupid coming through, and this is, you know, love coming in. The right relationship, the right partner who sees you, who loves you, who accepts you, and wants to hear you express yourself from your heart and see ways that they can help remind you that you are loved, because they see your beauty, they see your heart, and they love that. You inspire them to be better, to meet you there, to be that partner. I know when I met my husband, and when we were just teenagers and everything like that, he like revamped himself, you know. The person that I met, he just changed. So he wanted to change a lot of things about himself, because he wanted to be somebody that, you know, and it's sad that we feel that we need to deserve the person that we're with, you know, and sometimes we do feel that way. Like I felt like I didn't deserve being with somebody, you know. Sometimes we feel insecure, and so we feel like we need to rise up and step up to prove, you know, that we are worthy and that we are deserving, and that we are a good, you know, match, a good partner. We want to impress, right? And so we want to show our strength. We want to show how much we can love. We want to prove ourselves to them, prove our love to them. And that's beautiful. And that's what you want in the relationship. You want somebody who expresses that love, you know what I mean? Like and when you tell them and express to them, like, oh, you know, there's some things I need to talk to you about, or, you know, I feel this kind of way, you know, being able to express your heart from that place of, you know, peace, and from a place of love, how you would want somebody to communicate to you, right? If you hurt their feelings, or if you did something, you know, in their eyes that felt, you know, disrespectful, or some of the words you use may have hurt their feelings. You know, how would you sit down, and how would you want your partner to sit down with you and express that to you? You know, do you want them coming at you and saying, oh, you're such a a-hole, you said this and you said that, and you don't care about me, you know what I mean? It makes people get on the defensive, and their guard gets up, and their energy gets really, really big, and, you know, it doesn't really feel like there's a healthy communication there. So what you want to be able to do is somebody, and that could be because you don't, people just don't know their emotions, and they just quickly react to the situation without getting more understanding, or at least giving the partner the opportunity to clarify the situation, because they could have been saying this and this, but they weren't saying that to you or about you. You know what I mean? It's just misunderstanding and miscommunication. Or even if they did say that, you want to correct them and then show them how to love you, teach them how to love you by saying, you know, and communicating from your heart, hey, I need to talk to you about something. It really hurts me when this happens, or when you say these types of things, you know, and I truly, I want to be in a relationship with you, but I can't if this is how we're going to talk, or this is the way you know, you communicate. I don't like it. It doesn't make me feel good, you know, and giving your partner the opportunity to either care how they make your heart feel, or if they just, you know, put you down, shame you, don't care, make excuses, whatever the case may be. And then it shows you if this is somebody who's in an alignment with you, somebody who cares how they make your heart feel, or if they're wanting to work together, or if they're just somebody who's just, you know, along for the ride, and it's easy because, you know, oh, we've been together, or, you know, whatever the case is. I think you're hot, but I don't really care about having the relationship part. You know, we're not relating. So I feel like your guidance here is to definitely connect to your heart, to observe what it is you want in a relationship. Let go of, you know, anything that is anyone or anything that is just not going to make your heart sing, you know. Letting go of what could have been as well, because that keeps your energy in the past, and it prevents you from moving forward and from the real love that's meant to come into your life, to flow towards you, okay? Let me get you one final message, because I always love to do a final message for you guys. Who do we want to ask? Let's do an affirmation. Woo. We have open up to the universe. I am discovering my worth and my abilities. Nice. I have confidence in my value and my potential. I reclaim my inner power. I accept and love myself completely. Thus, I am open to the divine light of the universe. Ooh, that is beautiful. Again, we have that heart chakra coming through here, and I feel like these are beautiful affirmations for you to use for yourself, learning to discover your worth and your value, and setting that standards for yourself, having that healthy, strong boundary of self-worth and self-respect, you know what I mean, and knowing that you deserve that because of the beautiful light that you are, because of the love that you have, and learning to love yourself with that same type of respect, and, you know, not abandoning your feelings, you know, because that's one of the worst things to do is self-abandonment, abandoning yourself, you know, in order to give your love to somebody else who's not really worthy of it, okay? So trust, open your heart, be more observant, and make those healthy choices, okay? All right, pile number one, these were your messages for the day. Thank you all so much for joining me in the temple. If y'all resonated with this reading, I'd love to hear from you in the comments and connect with you all, or just let me know that pile number one resonated with you. Sending y'all so much love. Y'all take care and have a blessed day. Welcome to your reading, pile number two. So you guys were drawn to the Angelite crystal and the Spring card. So I was asking for just one alchemy card to come through, and you guys actually got 3. You have Spring, the Sun's Splendor, and then Fog. So with these 3 cards coming through, I feel like for you guys there is something currently that you're not seeing, something that you're not sure about. And around springtime, I feel like you're going to see things with a lot more clarity. Something's going to be awakening. You're going to be awakening to something new, a new idea, new perspective, new growth. Something's going to be coming to light in the springtime here. And I feel like, yeah, you've been probably in a state of, you know, unknowing. You could have a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of confusion, unsureness about what to do. And I can completely understand that. I have been there before. I'm currently kind of in an in-between state myself on what to do with my career, my job, and where to focus. So that may resonate with you all as well. You know, where to plant those roots exactly, what to nurture, what to grow in your life. All right, so let's take a look at your other cards. So I gotta figure out how to put you all in here. I guess we'll just start with you guys at the top of the reading, and I'll put the crystal there. All right, you guys are on the camera enough. Okay, let's check out your other cards. And these things like to wiggle, wiggle. We have manifest, co-creation, gratitude, divine alignment, joyful visions. Ooh, nice. So we have these butterflies. The butterfly wings are standing out to me. And there's this beautiful light that's coming in. And look, it's pouring out the hands of this beautiful, I feel like it's a fairy. Yeah, something is going to be grounded. A vision, an idea that you have. Something's going to be, you're going to be pouring your energy into something that you've been wanting to create. Ooh, nice. Okay, so yes, come springtime, something that may have been an idea is going to manifest for you. And you could have already been, yeah, putting your work and your energy into it. And maybe you haven't been seeing a lot of results yet. But come springtime, you're going to be seeing something align for you. Beautiful. We have opening the heart, right to love and to be loved, heart healing. Okay. All right, so what I feel like here with the 2 eyes looking at each other, I feel there's going to be a mirroring, something. Yes, the manifesting, something that you've been visualizing, you've been focusing on, is going to be physically seen. You're going to see the works of, the efforts of your work. Honor the contract. Some lessons were written before you arrived. Facing them now completes the soul agreement. Alright, so some of you are going to be meeting somebody new. Somebody who sees you. Somebody who honors you. They value you. Perhaps some of you have been wanting to, you've been manifesting this relationship, pouring into your heart. You've been growing your love for yourself. Let's see what the other one is. Some lessons. We have embrace healing. Healing is a journey, not a destination. Trust the process and know that every step brings you closer to peace. So I feel like this one's about taking action. movement, embracing the change, embracing the shift. I see a lot of light coming in, a lot of awareness. A lot of perspective, yeah, a lot of healing coming in for you. We have Mother Earth. Feel loved and comforted. Okay. So some of you may have been, doing the self-love work, loving yourself, pouring into your heart space, learning to choose yourself, and setting those healthy, strong boundaries. I feel like you have been doing a lot of work, shadow work, healing the mind and the beliefs that make you feel like you're not worthy and that you're not deserving. And I feel like there's an opportunity, there's a door that's opening up, and you're being asked to step through them. And to act on whatever is coming through. And I feel like there may be a relationship. We'll see what comes up in the next cards here. But I feel like there may be somebody who's coming into your life, or about to be coming into your life around springtime, where we can see the growth, where we can see, you know, the buds of spring are starting to form along the branches. You know, we start to see the earth awaken. We see the light, the colors, they start to come through, and all the plants around us, you know, the flowers that start to bloom as the light continues to grow. And in all the work that we've done through the winter process, we start to see the changes. You know, we start to see where our new beliefs have helped us to heal and to grow. All right, let me see. We have card number 5. Change, freedom, new experiences, transformation. Lots of adventure even. A desire for a new experience. Yeah, I feel like you have changed, you've grown, you've transformed. And you're going to see your growth manifest in this springtime when the light returns. We have card number 3. A number of expansion, a number of joy, communication, creativity, the Trinity, you know, heart, mind, body. Wait. Yeah. All right, so let's see what else we have. The Lord, take charge with authority. Nice. So we have the Mother Earth and the Lord. You know, I felt that balance between the masculine and feminine energy as well. Honoring your cycles of growth, learning when to take action, honoring your boundaries, honoring your growth. Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't, you know, it's never hard when we have to make those choices for ourselves, especially when this relates to a relationship, right? When we've chosen to walk away from the people in our lives who aren't healthy for us, you know, who are just, they're constantly in that argumentative, toxic place where they need to be right, or they're attention seeking, or they do not, they're not healthy partners for us. They never take responsibility, or they never step up, and we're always making excuses, you know. I feel like you have done a lot of healing on yourself, a lot of loving yourself, pouring into your own cup, setting those healthy boundaries, understanding why you allow yourself to be taken advantage of. And a lot of that's from, you know, programming, whether it be your family programming, generational, you know, karma contracts that are passed down. We're taught to just give to others as you know, and to constantly give, and of course treat others how we want to be treated, but we're not taught how to set healthy boundaries for ourselves, and then not to allow people to take advantage of us. You know, we just we're taught to be empathetic, but not how to protect ourselves and not overgive to people who just make excuses, you know. And I feel like you've done a lot of healing there, and now there's something new coming up for you along the path. We have this new beginning, and you're being asked to honor your path here. And with some lessons were written before you arrived, I feel like this is something that has been a generational belief system, and in this lifetime I feel like you have come here to end that cycle, so that the future generations coming behind you, they're not in relationships where they overgive, where they're looking outside of themselves for approval and for love. You teach them how to love themselves and to know their worth and their value, and to set those standards of love and value, especially for somebody who wants to be your soulmate, your soul partner, right? You want somebody who is strong and mirrors to you the love that you see, the love that you express, and you know, they honor it, they respect it, they value it, they treasure it, and they don't want to hurt it and damage it and break it, right? And I feel like you've been doing that work. You've been setting those standards for yourself. We have the Fire Guardian coming through with Ignite Your Passions. Okay, so we have Take Charge with Authority and Ignite Your Passion. So with this, I feel the divine masculine energy coming through here, in which we use our masculine energy to help us to set those boundaries, you know, to give us the strength and the courage to say, you ain't going to talk to me like that. You're not going to treat me like that. And it's not giving you the right to, of course, treat them poorly or anything like that. You're not a tyrant. You are somebody who knows your worth and your value, and you want a partner who honors that and respects that and wants to protect you. You know, they know that you know, yes, you know, women are strong and men are strong, and we are all strong in our own ways. And where we may have a weakness, you know, we want our partner to not expose it, you know what I mean, or take, what is the word I'm looking for? Take for granted, or take a what is the word? It's not coming to me. Take advantage. Thank you. You're not wanting somebody to take advantage of you. You're wanting somebody who is your match, you know, who their strength is your strength, and they're not going to let you just fall apart. They're not going to let you fall down. They're going to be right there supporting you, and you know, meeting you where you may lack. You know, you just support each other in that way because you're very connected and you're very tuned in. So something in the springtime, something's growing. I feel like you yourself have been growing. You've been growing this love for yourself within, and seeing where you may have allowed people to, you know, disrespect you or cross the line or take advantage of you for way too long. And I feel like you're stepping into your power and saying no more. I'm not pouring into relationships that don't pour back. And you should be proud of yourself and congratulate yourself, because there's something new. We have Mother Gaia here, and she's pregnant with something. You know, this is what you've been nurturing, is this growth within. And so I feel like there's going to be something that's going to mirror to you the growth that you have been doing, all the work that you've been doing with yourself. Oh wow, and we have autumn. So we have spring and autumn coming through in this reading. And this is about you know, starting over, releasing things that don't serve you, this new beginning, a lot of soul growth coming in as well, clearing the path for you so that you can set those new intentions. Beautiful. So perhaps, yeah, this is the work that you've been doing. You've been releasing, you've been letting go, and there's this new beginning for you now. Yay! Yeah, we have lost and wounded. Yeah, not feeling enough, missing someone, feeling left out in the cold. Yeah, and this is what you're releasing. Those are those old wounds. And look, you have the spring card coming through again. So confirmation here about the work that you've done. You've let go of these, of not feeling enough. You let go of missing someone, missing that relationship, missing the type of love that they had to offer you, you know. And like, that's the thing, some people can't give us the type of love that we're looking for because they don't even know how to give it to themselves, you know. And so they don't have the love, the type of love that you're looking for. And it's okay to say, okay, well, that's I appreciate you offering that this is what you have to offer me, but I'm like, I really need something else in my life, you know, and this isn't gonna cut it, you know. Sorry to say, if that person's not willing to grow and to move forward and meet you there, then it's time to go ahead and say, you know, I appreciate the time that we've spent together and the memories that we've shared, but I'm looking for something deeper, something more loving, and, you know, whatever the case may be for you. Knowing what your needs are and knowing your worth and your value helps you to know that you yourself love you, that you are loved, because you're there making sure that the love that you do get is of value, has meaning, and, you know, it's really beautiful, because that's your divine masculine stepping up and saying, no, this is what you deserve, this is what you need. And a lot of us have a wounded masculine, you know. It's the ego part of us that almost is like irrational and fearful. But when we go within and we heal our mind and we face our fears and we understand what our belief systems are and where they come from, where these wounds originated, and we heal them, we heal our masculine, and we start teaching the masculine where we need them to stand up for us, to set healthy boundaries, to help us learn to love ourselves and to define what love means and what it feels like, and to have that healthy relationship with self, right? Where your divine masculine can be your cheerleader, can guide you to somebody who is, you know, your right match, because they're meeting you there and they're demanding that respect. They're demanding you love yourself and you to set those standards of love. Okay, what else do we have? We have, there's nothing to worry about. So you are safe, and this situation is under the perfect control of divine providence and universal order. Sorry. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you. Ooh, beautiful. Okay, so you're being asked to just focus on loving thoughts and emotions, you know, loving yourself, visualizing that love coming in, somebody who's meeting you there, who sees your heart, who sees your beauty, your inner strength, you know, and wants to meet you there, whether you're male or female. It's wanting that partner, right? And you're being asked to let go of any worries or any fears or any doubts. Know that you are loving, that you are worthy and deserving. Okay, we have change in direction. The changes you're experiencing are divinely directed by your newborn willingness to open your heart to love and our guidance. You are protected now and in the future. So follow your path to the happy outcome that you deserve. Ooh, beautiful. So there is this new beginning for you here. All right, there is a new direction, a new shift. That door is open and you're being asked to walk through it, to step through into the light of a new dawn, a new time, a new age, where you are meeting, you know, the love of your life, where you're stepping into a place of a stronger sense of authority over your heart and over your energy. You're more protective over your heart and your energy, and discerning who is somebody who is worthy of you pouring your heart into. You know, which relationships are reciprocal, you know what I mean? Which ones are meeting you there? Which ones are you around? Who are you around where when you're around them, they make your heart flutter, you know? And there's this exchange of energy that's loving, it's kind, it's energetic, you know, and you enjoy your time with them, versus somebody who's like a Debbie Downer and they just bring you down, and you know, or you feel like you're having to pour lots of attention and lots of direction into them, you know, and they just aren't getting it, you know what I mean? Like they're not really putting their effort and time into the relationship, and knowing and discerning between the two, and setting that bar higher and saying, no, I really want this type of energy that's passionate, that's loving, that, you know, I mean, they think about me all the time, they see me, they know who I am, and they're always there, they're always showing up exactly when I need them. Like, I know they love me and they care. I feel it, I see it, and their actions back up the words that they say, and I'm not constantly having to, you know, do the work alone. All right, I'm going to get y'all some final messages to close this reading out. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button if this reading is resonating with you. Okay, what do we have? We have release. I stop fighting my fears and the hardships of life. I control my thoughts. I live in the present moment and accept each stage of life. I work on what I have power over, and I put into God's hands what I cannot change. I trust that everything will work out for the best. All right, so release any fears. I feel like right now you're still in that place of releasing and letting go. Come springtime, the time that I'm doing this reading, we're in the middle of, we're actually like the peak of winter. So within a few weeks time, actually, spring will begin, and you will start to see that new growth. You will start to see, you know, your strength coming up, your fire, your passions igniting, and the growth of all the hard work that you've done. But right now, you're in that place of release still. We're in that time of winter where we're anchoring those roots. We're working on our roots. We're pulling out any weeds, letting go of things that no longer serve us, letting go of old belief systems, old habits, old wounds, nurturing ourselves, nurturing the growth that we have within, okay? So, yeah. All right, just know that everything is going to work out for your highest good, okay? All right, you guys, these were your messages for today. Thank you all so much for being here in the temple. Comment below if you feel like sharing your story, or just let me know that this reading resonated with you. Sending y'all lots of love. Take care and have a blessed day. Welcome, pile number 3. So you all were drawn to the Mystical Sister card with the red jasper crystal. And these are going to be your messages. We just left this up to your guides, to Source Creator, on what messages want to come through for you all today. So you were drawn to the Mystical Sister, and this card is about, it doesn't necessarily have to be a female, but somebody who's coming into your life to inspire you, to help you. I feel like this is an ally, somebody that you're meant to be working with, somebody who's coming into your life to just, you know, support you. They're not somebody who requires a lot of work and a lot of effort. I feel like this is somebody who is a friend, you know, an ally, somebody who you're meant to work with. Or just somebody that's meant to be in your life, somebody who has that, you know, listening ear. They are supportive, they inspire you, they uplift you, they remind you of your light, of your power. Yeah, they offer that nurturing ear, that nurturing response. I feel like they just remind you of your light, and they help you to see your light and see your potential. Something about nurturing this relationship also coming through here. So if there's somebody new who's coming into your life, or if there has been somebody recently who's come in, I feel like you are being asked to nurture that relationship. We have blessing beyond the soul path. Okay. Honor all life, exchange of joy without karma or sacrifice. Beautiful. Okay, so a little confirmation about this relationship. It's a relationship that is that you can honor. It's not one that's going to require you to pour in a whole lot of effort and work into. It's not going to require you to sacrifice yourself in any kind of way. I feel like it's very balanced. It's there's a lot of growth, a lot of potential between the two of you. And I feel like there's something between the two of you that is, it might not be something that is known about here in the physical. I feel like it may be something that has to do with, like, you two have known each other before this life. Like, your souls will recognize each other. We have divine blueprint. Nice. Source self, embodiment, inspiration. You are ready. I feel like, yeah, this person's going to be very inspiring to you. I feel like they're going to be very uplifting. Feel very energetic when you're around this person. I feel like you can be yourself. They're not trying to change you, or, you know, I feel like they recognize a, like, soul family. I'm getting soul family with these cards coming through. Somebody who's going to be in your life. They're meant to be in your life. They recognize a part of them in you. And yeah, perhaps this could be somebody that you're meant to work with in the future as well. So you have card number 3 of expansion, cycles, trinity, creativity, expressions of joy. I feel like it's going to be, yeah, very something you're meant to create together, perhaps. We have 5, change, adventure, freedom, a new experience, lots of forward movement, transformation. Let me see what else comes through for you guys here. Too late, not good enough, no one cares. Breaking self-limiting beliefs. The only limits are the ones that you impose. Break free from outdated beliefs and unlock your true potential. So a lot of growth here. I feel like you're being asked to let go of any fears that you have, or any doubts that you have, anything that's limiting you from, you know, moving forward or stepping into your potential here, or the potential for this to grow, for it to become something big. So if there's like a doubt or something like that, or you're a little insecure about what this is, or, you know, this relationship, I feel like you're being asked to let that go and don't allow the past to be something that dictates, you know, the path forward. It's okay to look towards the past for, you know, our lessons and our wisdom and everything, but not let fear be something that prevents you from moving forward. and you have accept your destiny, embrace the unfolding of your journey, and trust that each moment is leading you to your true path. Nice. So we have true potential and true path. So this relationship that you're coming into is going to be something that you're being asked to be guided to step onto the path, to go on the journey with this person, and to let go of any fears, any doubts that you have, and to embrace the path forward. And this person they're writing, to me it feels like a journal, but it could be a letter. Accept your destiny. Ooh, I feel like it's been written in the stars. This is part of your destiny with this individual. It's part of the path forward. Yeah, you're ready for this new beginning. We have arrow. Surround yourself with protective energy. We have the shield maiden. Make plans and focus. And we have the heart guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. All right, so with the arrow, I feel like you're being asked to focus on, you know, your needs, your heart. Focus on your truth. And we also have make plans and focus, and she's the shield maiden. So we have surround yourself with protective energy, shield, and focus. And then we also have love and to let yourself be loved. So there's a bit of a little, I want to say it's like a contradiction, but it's not. It's about balance, right? Allowing yourself to be open enough to connect, to receive, and to be curious, but also knowing when to protect your heart from being taken advantage of, you know what I mean? I feel like that this has been part of the journey, is knowing when to give and when to receive and pulling back. And I feel like you're very observant, very mindful of people who want to take advantage of you, and I feel like that may be something that that you may need to release that. Yeah, with the arrow. Release the need to be so protective, you know, and allow yourself to open up a little bit more to receive this connection here. Because I feel like this is, I'm getting the wheel here with both of these circles. This is the change. This is what you're being asked to shift, as not being so focused on protecting yourself and allowing yourself to open up to this experience, to accepting this, to stepping on this new path with this person, with this experience. See, and we have this like little light that's flickering. So there's like, for me, it's a new spark, a new beginning, a new idea, new inspiration, new growth, new awakening. Okay, let me see what else wants to come through. We have nostalgia. Okay, yeah, and that's what you're pulling from. You're pulling from the experiences of the past, right? And making sure that you're protecting yourself from, you know, being taken advantage of, which is good. You know, you want to be mindful of that, but you don't want to close your heart so much that it's not open to receiving or recognizing, you know, somebody who's there, who's offering you without any other intention other than to just be there to support you, to offer love, to offer you, you know, companionship, partnership, whatever. Ooh, when you have the sun coming out, nice. I love that. So we have strength, empowerment, heart chakra opening, compassion, happiness, truth revealed. Okay. We have inner child healing, wounding, coping mechanisms, learning behaviors, and self-discovery. So I love that we have this nostalgia, inner child healing, and then we have the Sun card, and the Sun also represents the inner child and healing the versions of you that may have felt that you weren't good enough or that no one cares. And those are belief systems that can prevent you from finding that soul connection that you deserve, or from acting on this this friendship, this relationship. But I feel like this is what you are, this is the path that's opening up before you. And you're being asked to be brave and confident in yourself and letting go of these old belief systems. Because these experiences of the past, they were teaching you about what, you know, what love looks like, what abandonment looks like, what true love doesn't look like, you know, all those things. It's just really discerning, what was I learning from this experience? What can I pull from this experience that's going to give me strength and empower me to move forward, you know? How to protect myself, but still remain open to having, you know, relationships with people who are supportive, because now through this experience I now know what that looks like and what that doesn't look like. And so now I can cut the cords to the past and move forward and embrace this new beginning and embrace this new relationship. And it says that, you know, you are ready. So there's this beautiful activation, this new beginning coming in for you. You ground yourself. When you detach from unsureness, when you detach from awareness of your body and the physical world, you become ungrounded. Although it's pleasant to float heavenward, your attention and work are needed on the earth. We're helping you to balance the spiritual and the material so that you can enjoy a fulfilling earthly life. Okay? So I feel like you're being asked not to spend too much time in your mind and, you know, deciphering or discerning between, you know, should I or shouldn't I, and should I or shouldn't I, or yes, say yes or no, should I reach out and connect to this person? Is this a, you know, someone I can trust? You know, I feel like you're being asked to ground yourself with this card here. Come into your physical body, spend some time out in nature, calm the mind, enter into your heart space, and feel your energy. How does this person make you feel when you're having interactions with them? You know, and do you feel safe around this person? Do they make you feel like, you know, I need to protect myself? You remind me of somebody in my past who was, you know, toxic or manipulative, or they hurt me, and your energy is reading just like them, you know. And you can't do that if you're in your head, you know. And fear, I mean, sometimes you can, because fear is like an indicator of, like, my nervous system doesn't feel safe around this person, you know. And if you don't feel safe in your body, you know what I mean, then those are all indicators of, no, not this person, not this relationship, because they remind you of somebody in the past who may have hurt you. And so protect yourself from those types of people and energies by all means, and then learn and discern who's somebody who is worthy and deserving of your heart, right? And not needing to exist in the past and focusing so much on, oh, this happened and that happened, you know, because that can put us in a victim mentality, a victim energy of always thinking that everybody's out to hurt us and get us and use us and take from us. And, you know, it keeps you in that place of of the past and not moving forward, because you're always looking to the past and always focusing on the pain and the hurt. When we understand the lessons from it, when we heal those wounds, we understand where we may have overgiven of our heart, our energy, excuses for them, where we have not protected ourselves, where we've abandoned our own selves and our own feelings of hurt, where we have ignored our sense of hurt and betrayal and feelings about these individuals, and we constantly give and make excuses why it's okay that they can do that to us. That is a form of self-abandonment. And so when we learn that we were trying to, love them through their mistakes, but they continued to make those mistakes, and I allowed myself to tolerate it over and over again because I didn't know my worth. I didn't know my value, but now I do. And that's where you empower yourself, where you can become the victor and not sit in that victim place. I now know what to look for. I know how to protect myself. I know how to set healthy boundaries. I know what my worth and my value is. I'm going to protect my heart. I'm going to protect my inner child. I no longer see myself as somebody who needs outside validation. I know the type of love I need. I lovingly give myself love and compassion and understanding, and I validate my feelings. I don't ignore them anymore. I love myself first, and then if somebody meets me there, then all the better to have more people along the journey, right? But if this person wants to constantly take from me and hurt me and devalue me, I don't need them in my life, and I can easily cut the cords from them and walk away, because my focus is on loving myself and having those relationships that pour into my cup as much as I pour into their cup, okay? We have a creative project. Your soul longs to express itself in creative ways. We're guiding you to infuse artistry and creativity into your life. Creative expression makes you feel alive and excited, and what is this one? Reinvigorates passion around your life. Okay. Sorry, you guys. Sometimes when they write these white letters, and it's so tiny and it's in cursive, so it takes me a minute to read these particular cards. So I feel like, yeah, you're going to be creating something new from this experience, and that's what you're being asked to do, is to take the lessons that you've learned and now create from it, not to allow yourself to be burdened by the experiences of the past and to sit in that energy of it, but to allow yourself to move forward. And so this individual who's coming into your life, I feel like there's something that y'all are meant to do together, something you're meant to create, a project that you're meant to work on with each other, which is part of your path, your destiny moving forward. All right, anything else want to come through these cards here? Nope. Okay, let me get you one final message to close your reading, you guys. Pile number 3, please. Message for pile number 3. Go ahead and like and subscribe if this reading resonated with you guys. I'd love to have you back for future readings. So you have the card of Serenity. Through love, release, and inner work, I know peace. I have a gentle view of life, and I welcome every step with confidence. I remain brave in the face of fear and have the wisdom to let the universe do its work. Ooh, beautiful. And again, look, we have this alignment here. So you're aligning to your soul path, to your destiny here. And there's somebody that's going to be coming in that you're meant to be working with. And your guidance is not to allow the past, to put you in a place of doubt or insecurity or anything. I feel like you're being asked to let go of that step into your power because you know how to protect yourself, but you're also being asked to allow yourself to be loved, to be seen as well, and be open to having a healthy relationship because you deserve it now, and now you know how to set those healthy boundaries for yourself. You know how you need to be loved because you've been pouring into your cup here. You've been healing your heart. And with the serenity, you know, you're being asked to release and make peace with the past. Step forward with confidence, with bravery. You now know how to face your fears and illuminate them and bring them love and perspective to help you shift and to move forward. So yeah, let go of any fears, continue to move forward, and let the universe do its work, okay? All right, pile number 3, these were your messages. Thank you all so much for being here in the temple with me today. Comment below, like I said, if you feel like sharing your story, or just let me know that pile number 3 was your reading. Sending y'all lots of love. Take care and have a blessed day.